This video is an overview of a client's first assessment appointment. The assessor introduces the client to the NEDP system and explains how the client will navigate within it.
Hi Pat, how are you?
I'm fine, Mary. How are you?
I'm fine. Okay, today you're going to find out how to access the online program. You've started assessment. Congratulations.
I'm excited.
Okay. In order to sign on to the program, you're going to use your email address as your username, and the program automatically assigns you a password as I entered you in the program. Okay. So these ensure the security of your work, so keep them safe. All right? So, in order to gain online access, your computer will need two software applications, Silverlight and Adobe Acrobat Reader. They're both free downloads. They're simple to do. To access the NEDP online assessment homepage, you go to www.nedp.org. Okay, once there, click on the web-based NEDP. That brings up the sign-on screen. That's where you'll always sign in. So put your username in, your email address, and put your password in.
So I can't use my own password?
No, it's automatically assigned by the program.
Oh, okay.
So here it is. Okay, as you can see, the first three competency areas are open for you. The first two are cultural arts. One is reading a short story and answering questions about it, and you'll choose between two of them. And the second one is watching a film, and there are three to choose from, and again, you'll answer questions about it. You have the whole time you're in the program to do those two sections. Now scroll down to the health literacy competency area. Now this is the one that you will be completing in the next 2 weeks, and this is what you'll concentrate on for the next 2 weeks so that when you come in for your appointment, we can do the in-office checks for it. Starting at the top of the screen here, the first symbol you're going to use a lot. We call it the Competency Tree, and it will always take you back to this page so that as you move through the program, you can come back to any section that you might not have completed or that you need to study. So that will be your main button that you'll be using. So let's open the first area under First Aid. Click on it to open. Good. Back at the top, you'll notice the items are numbered, and the arrows on either side will take you either back to the one you've just come from or forward to the next area. So let's open the overview for Activity A. And some areas are going to have an Activity B as well. Now, as you can see, you have the activities, you have the in-office check, which you'll only access with me when you come for the in-office check, and then a feedback button. Comments you may have, both positive and negative, will help us improve this program. So please use that feedback button.
Okay.
All right? Okay, the overview is an introduction to the activities that you're going to be doing, and it's very important, so read it carefully. It gives you a lot of good information. Let's take a closer look at the activities. Open Activity A. Now, each of the activities will have a resource. These are the resources you're going to be using. We don't want you going out on the World Wide Web and finding other answers. That's where you're going to find the criteria that you need to answer the questions. So as you can see, it's clearly marked with a dark green R, and when you click on it, a new window is going to open. But it'll be a website or a web page or a downloadable document, like a PDF file.
Okay.
And that's where you're going to get the information to answer the questions for that area. All right? And each directions will send you to the appropriate resource when you have some activities will have more than one resource, but the questions, the directions that go with the questions will direct you to which resource to use for that set of questions.
Oh, okay.
All right? Now, as your assessor, I can monitor your progress through this program. So if in the next few days I see you haven't started, I'll probably call and see what's the problem, because there's a lot of work here. You need to start working right away. Work a little on it every day to prepare for the in-office check. Remember, you have 2 weeks to complete the areas, and if you have any questions during the week, the next 2 weeks, please call. But see if you can have at least half of the areas done by next week so that you'll definitely be done by the time your in-office check rolls around.
Okay. And what do these numbers over here mean?
Those are how many demonstrated areas are in that particular activity. Go back to the home page. Use your tree to go back.
Here?
That's the one. Now scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. See reflections?
Mm-hmm.
That's your feelings on these activities that you've just done. So you have to click on that and give us some feedback there before you can click the submit button, which is very important. When you've completed all areas in this section, you're going to come back to this page and hit that submit button, because that gives me access to your work. Now I can begin assessing your work. So, and without that button pushed, I cannot access your work, and we cannot have the in-office check. So that's very important. When you're happy with your answers, submit your work to me.
Oh, okay. All right.
This video shows general guidelines to use to familiarize a client with the website and how to complete the areas and submit their work for assessment. In some competency areas, there is a tutorial tab along with activity, in-office check, and feedback tabs. When you open those areas for a client, point out the tutorial tab and explain its use. Remember to use the NEDP Assessment User's Guide and the Generalized Assessment Manual when working with clients. These documents will ensure that you are following the standardized manner in assessing a client's work to ensure validity and reliability of the National External Diploma Program.